Shalom. Bear with me as I check the sound. Bear with me. Bear with me. There it is. All right. So with that, I want to start off by saying, Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and shalom to the Akim out there and the elect, which the elect consists of the men, women, and children selected to make it out of here from the coming nuclear destruction. All right. I'm the brother Zayan Allah of the DC camp coming at you with another video. It's going to be another message to the young brother. All right. I labeled this one. Don't always be so quick to jump to the top. Speak to the next man in order. Okay. All right. And this was, I literally, just did this video and try to play it back. And it had no sound on when I did it on my phone. So, Lord willing, the Lord is gracious enough to get the similar points out on this video. Okay. All right. But as you can see, this video is inspired off of this video right here. As you can see, keep in mind, the body is still an organization by GMS Promises and Covenants 144 LW, probably Lord willing. Okay. Lord willing. All right. Babak Shah, watch, subscribe to this brother's channel and get very edified. The brother makes very edifying lessons all the time. All right. Brother Dequar in the camp. All right. So this lesson is inspired off of this video, right? Because he says particular points in which I'm about to play about the body. All right. Let's go ahead and play this clip and then I'm going to match it up to this lesson. All right.
I set the members, every one of them, in the body as it have pleased him. Now, this is important because, he mentioned the eyes, the ears, all right, the nose. They all have different functions. The mouth have a different function, but but you need all of them. Just because you might not seem as significant, whatever your role is, you go back into the church.
Yeah, because we're all one body. Okay, just because you're a brother just coming into the faith, don't feel as though that you're not significant. As long as you keep the faith of Yahweh Shai, all right, and fighting this good a fight to the end, guess what? That's all you need. Okay. All right. You're not going to be as a big role or play a role as a brother that has been in the truth for 10 years or a brother that's been in the truth for 15 years. You're going to play the role that coming into this truth. All right. So just because you're a brother, I'll say of a low ranking, so to speak, for purposes of this lesson, doesn't mean that you're insignificant. We're all fighting to get what delivered out of this oppression that we're in. We are in oppression. And whether you've been in for years or just coming in and been in for a little bit, just coming in, one thing that everybody can see is that this place is oppression. Okay. We're all fighting to get out of here. Okay. And the only way to do that is to have faith in Yahweh Shai. You see? And that is our ticket to get out of here. Remember, the scripture says, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Right? So we got to have that faith until the end.
You got your heads, then you got your officers under them, then you got your troops. They all have different roles, or you all have different roles, man. But just because you're not the speaker, you may be a reader, or you're not a reader, you just holding the signs, or if you may just be someone that you bring certain things. Everything has a purpose, man. So you got to be excellent in your role. Because this is what makes up that body, man. This is how.
See, you have to be excellent in your role. Everything has a purpose. Now, bringing this message right there, everything has a purpose to my video, is that what? You have different tiers. You have your bigger bros, your elders, okay? You have your officers, and then you have the troops and things of this nature underneath of the officers. Guess what? The brothers underneath the troops, you actually help improve the officers. The officers actually help improve the elders. All right. Now going back to the newest man coming into the truth, just because you see an elder, you might take to that elder. You have that. There's a particular brother that's it's an elder in the camp. you take to that brother. Why? Because he's influential. You're going to get that. Okay? You're going to have that. And it's not like you can't go to that big bro at all. You're going to have moments where y'all talk. But if all possible, when it comes to certain dealings, deal with the next man next to you or the brother right above you. Okay? Because in doing so, you're what? Building them up. See, even though you're a younger brother coming in, you're actually, you being you, are actually building up the officers that are above you. Why? Why do I say this? Because you're what? You're giving them experience in dealing on certain matters. You come to that officer with a problem. That officer may not know how to deal with that problem. So he searches for the answer. And then what? Later on, he comes back to you with that answer. Then another brother has a similar problem. That officer is able to answer that. Why? Because now he's got the experience. See that? So even younger men being in order help the older men that's above them. You see that? Let me get the one scripture that's constantly coming on my mind. All right. This is let me get we're talking about order, right? This is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order. All things be done decently and in order. Okay? Again, not saying that brothers ain't gonna be able to talk to young bros and young bros in the faith ain't gonna be able to talk to older bros. We're not saying that at all. But it comes to a point when you have to not always jump just because that's a title. That man has a particular title. Okay, because some men jump to certain men because they have a title and a rank. You see that? But those officers and men underneath those men, they've been in the truth for years. They have knowledge and wisdom that can help brothers. You see what I'm saying? They have wisdom that they can impart unto you that can help you. You see? You can go to those men. You don't know if that, well, I don't want to go to those men. I want to go to these elders. And also, it serves as something to check you too, right? Because I'm going to bring out that dude, Yahweh call Inop, the dude that's bugging out. He used to be a brother, but now he's completely bugging out. Okay. It was a report that he went to the apostles and the elders camp up in New York. Okay. And he went right by a couple of the apostles and went straight to Apostle Tahar, man. Because that's who he viewed. I'm going straight to you. When he had the other apostles right there and he just skipped over them. You see? Why do you think a man would do that? You see? Because he views them as, that particular Apostle Tahar, he's at the very top. I just want to deal with him, stuff like that. When those other men have years and years of experience. I just brought that out as an example. Some men like to overly man please. They like to jump straight to certain ranks of men instead of dealing with the men that's right there. Remember, the scripture says, let all things be done decently and in order. All right. Those men that have been above you, they've been in and fighting this good fight of faith as well. All right. They need to be tested. Okay. They need to improve. How do they improve? They improve by way of experience. All right. This is Sirach 34 in verse 9. It says, a man that have traveled knoweth many things. Yes. If you physically travel around the world, you know a lot of things because you're accustomed to a lot of things. Okay. And he that have much experience will declare wisdom. See, he that have much experience will declare wisdom. Why? Because he went through that trying. He went through much of that trying, because experience means to try out, right? So he went through many of those trials. Therefore, he is able to declare what he has learned from those trials. Linking that back up with travel. Travel doesn't always mean physically traveling. Travel also spiritually is what? Traveling in this life. Being accustomed to events and situations. That's also a form of traveling. You see? Now, by you constantly skipping over those men to try to jump to the top, You are preventing them from gaining the experience that will better them. See, a younger man can be used to better up an older man. You see, that's the beauty of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Everything has a position. Everything has an office. So don't be so quick to, oh, because that's an elder or that's a big bro or that's something, I'm going to jump to him when you have all these men right next to you and over you right there that can help you. All right. It shows humility. Again, like I said before, it's also a method to check you and see if you're in the right state of mind as well. Okay. Some men it may be an age gap between a younger man, because a younger man just means a younger man in the faith. A younger man in the faith can be 50, 60 years old. An older bro in the faith could be 25, 20 years old, 30. And that younger man in the faith has age over that older bro in the faith, if you could follow me. See? So he might not feel comfortable in his mind talking to the older bro in the faith because he's younger than him. You got to get out of that mindset. You have to go to that younger man. Why? Because that younger man has battled in this truth with the knowledge that's been given to him. He has wisdom that's been given to him so far in this truth. So you're supposed to go to him. Don't matter what his physical age is. Okay? Because he been spiritually guided through this world for some time, and that spiritual guidance can be given upon you, man. All right? And shalom to, the Akim and Akwaf on the comment board. Okay? All right? So again, this is Sirach 34 and verse 9. A man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. Verse 10, he that have no experience knoweth little. You see? But he that have traveled is full of prudence or full of wisdom. See, a man, it says, he that have no experience knoweth little. Knoweth little. You may know of situations. You may know of what other people have gone through here and there. Even though you haven't gone through it, you know of those situations, looking on the outside in. Okay? But you yourself, you never really gone through that, right? So it's he that have no experience knoweth little. You just know little, right? But if you go through those trials and tribulations, you can gain that experience. But there's a point I wanted to get to verse 10. For example, it's brothers that's out here, they have, let's just throw something out there. I was going to mention a job. It's brothers out there that have older kids. Let's just say this. It's brothers out there that have older kids. Okay. And there's brothers out there that they just had a child. Okay. That brother that just had a child, he don't know what it's like to raise a child yet. So what does he do? He reaches out to that man that has experience, that has the older child, for information. You see that? Right? Why? Because that man that has the older child, he has experience in children to a degree. But why? Because he raised that child from youth all the way up. So you reach out to that man. Okay? If you just having a child, you really don't have experience until you go through it. Right? So he that have no experience knoweth little, but he that have traveled is full of prudence. So at the end of the day, it's best to help the individual go through it and get experience. If you're a younger man, don't jump to that elder in your camp right away. Go to the next man next to you, or go to the officers right above you for help. And in doing so, you are building those men up. Okay? All right, let me get Romans. This is Romans 12 and verse 4. And I hope you can understand what I'm saying. You see? Understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm trying to bring and convey to you. Even younger men in this truth can help build up men that have been in this truth before them. You see? Long as it's being done in its order. Case in point, Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, gave him great advice to set up different offices. And then if things be too hard for them, then they come to Moses. Why? It helps It helps what? With order purposes. It helps spread out the load, so to speak. And those other men can help deal with certain issues. All right. But in order for them to truly deal with those issues, they themselves have to go through those tests. They have to be brought situations and events to help them improve. Okay? So this is Romans 12, verse 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. Let's look up this word office. All members have not the same office. Let me see. Salakia. That word there is, let me see. Let me click on it.
Strong's G 4234. Praxis.
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 The Greek word is praxis. Okay. So all members have not the same praxis. What is praxis? A doing, mode of acting, a deal. Okay. This one right here, number 2, a thing to be done, business. Going to the Strong's definitions. Practice, an act, a function, deed. You see? And it also says office again. Okay, meaning in a position. Not all members of the body have the same positions. Not all members of the body have the same functions. Member deals with what? Actual individuals. For example, the brothers in the faith. Not all brothers in the faith have the same deed in office. The scripture says what? To where much is given, much is required. So that scripture alone lets you know that not all members of this body have the same office indeed, because it says if much is given, much is required. If you've been given a certain higher rank of position, you're required to do more. A person that's just coming into the truth can't do that. So right there, that lets you know right there alone, okay, there are different functions and deeds to these members, right? So I'm going to go back to verse 4 again. Romans 12 and 4. For as we have many members in one body and all members have not the same office, okay, all members have not the same proxies, have not the same function. Verse 5, so we being many are one body in Hamashiach. We're one body in Yahushua. And every one members one of another. We're all a part of the same body. Having then gifts differing according to the grace or mercy that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, according to how much faith we have been given, let us prophesy according to that measure. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering. Or he that teacheth on teaching. Or he that exhorteth on exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence. He that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Okay? Now I just wanted to read the rest of that. But the point is, all right, verse, let me see. So we, verse 5, being many, are one body in Hamashiach, and every one members one of another. We all have different offices. We all have different positions, all right? But we're all a part of the same body. We all help the body out. And then you being a younger man, how you help the men that's over you is by staying in order. Okay? Don't always be so quick to jump to the top men because of their rank or their splendor in your mind. Don't be so quick to. Go to the next men. Talk, give them of your issues. Hey, brother, I lost my job. What should I do? What are we going to do? I need advice on, that's just, I'm just bringing out real shit, Akim. Part of my Swahili. This woman I'm dealing with, what should I do? She's being unruly. This such and such. This, my child is this. This is that. You see that? Bring those issues to those men, and in turn, those men can give you the wisdom that they have. And if they don't have it right then and there, they go get it and then give you an answer. And that in turn builds them up. Even the lesser parts of the body, so to speak, the lesser parts, okay, all right, the ones that don't have the same office can still help build the other parts of the body. And that's what I'm trying to convey in this lesson. Let all things be done in decently and in order. Okay? With that, call Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'asher Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and shalom to the elect as always. Double shalom.